And we're live. Whoa, hair's looking a little bit crazy. How's it going, everybody? Happy Wednesday. What is today? It is August 12th. We are almost halfway through the month, and yeah, summer is progressing. It is finally a little bit cooler. Also, I'm gonna be my allergies and sinuses are gonna be probably horrible for this whole stream. I took allergy pills hours ago, but I think a combination of the fire and air quality, fires plural, we've had lots of them, and air quality, and then I, over the last couple of days, have been trenching, which is one of my least favorite activities that I've ever done. Trenching is, I never thought it was going to be a fun activity, but it just sucks more than I thought it was going to. I have to trench from the other side of this wall, around here, between the shed and the like concrete for this door, and then back towards the back of the shed. And I bought a 4-inch trenching shovel, and it's just taken forever. I don't know if it's partially like the soil we have here in Idaho, also being really close to the foundation means there's like just pieces of concrete that I keep running into, but it has been awful. So yeah, I'm gonna be pausing the stream. I can't do that, it's live. I'm gonna be muting it often and like changing the camera to blow my nose like right now, so bear with me. Yeah, I feel gross. I really wanted to rent a trencher, Delmar. I don't think that I had the space for it. It's not a huge run. I haven't measured it because it kind of curves really weird, but between the shed and this concrete slab is like max 3 feet width, which might be enough, but I don't know. A pick would help with it if you want to do it by hand. That's what my dad said, was to get a pick. And I do need to run some sprinkler wire, which doesn't need to go as deep, but for the electrical work to the shed, I basically have to dig down 14 inches, I guess for code, inside the metal conduit. The top of the conduit has to be 12 inches below grade. And so most of it is somewhere between like 13 and 16 inches. I'm not like consistently measuring, but it's just not fun. Home Depot runs small trenchers. Yeah. Well, hindsight, you know, in hindsight, I probably should have done that, but I'm so far, I'm like 80% done. I think I have a photo. I'll show you guys kind of what I've been doing. Gosh, and I'm sorry in advance. My allergies, there's just not much I can do. I took an allergy pill. I've been blowing my nose. Yeah, so like it's right up against, I don't know if we have autofocus on. Yeah, we do. So it's right up against the house. And I've just been hitting all sorts of like rock and concrete. It's just not fun. Thankfully, it's not a massive distance. Like, the shed is 10 feet, so it's probably like, I don't know, 16, 20, maybe 20 to 25 feet, the run. But it just sucks. It's just not fun at all. So, how deep? 14 inches is the minimum that the electrician recommended. So that way I've got basically 1 inch, or basically 2 inches for the conduit. So I'm not measuring exactly, like I'm kind of just digging and then I'm like, that seems about right. Then I'll grab the tape measure. So most of it's between 11 inches and 16 inches. So I have to go deeper in a few spots, but yeah. Ballot, thank you so much for the donation. I'm back with a cup of fresh brewed coffee. It's just 8 p.m. That is my kind of coffee. A little late night coffee. I trenched 150 feet. Oh my god, the middle of summer stopped fun. Finally kept my backyard dry-ish. You hand trenched it? Yeah, one of my coworkers said that I should be probably sharpening the shovel, and that makes a huge difference, but you can always put dirt back easier. Yes, I've got a huge pile in a wagon, so once it's done, I will definitely be doing that. So, all right. Let's go ahead. I don't think I even really said hi to anybody. Let me change camera angle. Sorry, I got so distracted. Let's see. So yeah, Delmar's here, Rod's here, Tuxedo is here, Balance here, John Beck's in the house. Hello, hello. Rob Stewart's here. I think I said Hobo a second ago. If not, hey Hobo. I know Lisa's not going to be here. She's got her aunt in town. Cloud Yak, Meowdy to you. Who else? Croc, hello from France. Yeah, I know in Europe, well, certain, I don't know if it's all over Europe, but there's a eclipse going on. Hey, Heart K. Hey, Beads. Yeah, ideally, I should have wet the soil, like soaked the soil well in advance. But this is all kind of last minute. The electricians are they're coming next Wednesday. So yeah, a week from today, they'll be here at 8 a.m. And I've got like a medical thing next Monday. So I'm basically going to be not able to do anything the day before and the day of. So I've got like 3 days to get it done. And yeah, I don't know. I've had to dig plenty in the backyard, but it's different when you're just like digging some holes versus trenching. And like I said, around the house, there's just big rocks. And man, the amount of times so like I basically, so it's a 4-inch shovel or a 4-inch trenching shovel, right? And like, I can't just scoop the dirt's way too compact. So I basically have to jump up in the air with all my weight, try to land on this 4-inch shovel, which I've missed a few times. I got big feet. 4 inches is not a huge landing, you know, a huge landing spot. But then the times where I jump up and put all my weight and then come down and hit concrete, it just like hurts from toe to head almost. Like the impact that it's just not going downward, but instead is like going back into me. It sucks. I need a pick. I know. Maybe I should buy one for the last of it. I don't know. I've got probably another, it's probably like 7 more feet of trenching that needs to get done that I haven't started. A pick makes a huge shovel. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do then, is run down and get a pick. We'll see. Huge difference. Yeah. Hey, nice. Hey, Deanna. I think I said hi, Deanna. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. We are doing the UNIMOG build, and last week I had a special guest. Steve was here. We had a freaking blast. He came in Monday and flew out on Thursday. Yep. And we had a good time. It was really low key. It was mostly just like we did some barbecue in here and like 3D printing, and it was really low key. So this is what we were working on last week's stream. Steve ended up after the stream printing out 2 of these guys, and we cut one of the nubs off so that way we can basically throw these into the chuck of my drill and kind of loosen things because I think we had a little bit of over extrusion. I have since changed the flow rate. It was like 1.03 or something like that? It's down to 1 now. So this is definitely moving smoother. Also, these guys, we did both of these, or Steve did, I should say. I can't really take credit. And these are moving a lot better. There's still a little bit of drag, but I feel a lot more confident in their ability to work themselves in now versus binding and causing some issues with the motor. Getting these end caps on, or these, I don't know, I think they're the rims possibly, was tough. I couldn't actually press them fully down, and so when I installed these screws, it kind of pulled them into place. And looking at it from the side, it looks like it's relatively parallel to the plate beside it, so I think we're gonna be okay. But yeah, we basically have to build, I think, like 2 more of these almost exact things. So let's get going here. Steve Builds left you to come to Portland. Yes! He ate your bagels? Oh, I'm jealous. Eclipses are really fun. Yeah, I saw your photo. It looks awesome. I'm jealous that he got to try your bagels. Okay, so this is not the right piece. Yeah, I've organized everything, so we've got that. Yeah, I knew that Steve was gonna try to hit up Mandic to do a stream, but I didn't talk to Steve over the last probably day and a half. I checked in with him just to see how Phoenix was going. But yeah, I didn't realize. I texted him today and was like, hey dude, how did everything go? Did you make it home? And he said that yeah, and then I asked if he got to visit Mandic, and he's like, yeah, we streamed for like 5 hours yesterday. So I just caught a little bit of the stream right now. I was watching, they installed I think it's a filter. It was a filter for the Core 1 that it said it was an LDO kit thing. So I guess it's not an official Prusa thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a community mod. I kind of like skimmed through the stream. Gosh. For anyone joining in, again, sorry in advance. My allergies are just rocking me today. The fires have been crazy, so air quality is horrible, and then trenching has just had all sorts of dirt, and I'm changing the f-stop on my camera. It looks like I'm definitely overexposed. There we go. The color looks a little less like I'm in a photo booth. All right, blow my nose yet again. Then he left the half dozen I made special for him. Oh no, he forgot them. Yeah, I'm sure he had a lot. I'm sure he had a lot on his mind. Well, someone at West 3D is gonna be happy. Jackson? Jack? I think Jack. If Jack's here, you might want to say hi. He hasn't seen you guys in like 3 weeks. One sec. Let me see if it's him. Jack? Nope, apparently I'm hallucinating. I think Aaron and Landon are sleeping. We combined their rooms, so when Aaron was in Arizona with the kids for 3 weeks, I moved the baby's crib into Jackson's room. We weren't sure how that was gonna go, but they've been doing really, really well. Landon slept last night from he woke up a little bit, but went back to sleep quickly. But yeah, we put him to bed, or Aaron put him to bed probably like 6:30, and I don't think I took him out of his bed till close to 9 this morning. It was wild. He's always been a really bad sleeper, so it's been a... Okay, that is not going in further, and it is spinning. I have autofocus on? I do. I'm gonna turn off autofocus for today, or at least for now. Let's see. Let me change the f-stop on this as well. That's probably good enough. There we go. The gang of Destiny tore through 24 bagels. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's as tight as I'm doing that piece, because it did not grab the way I wanted it to. Install the front diff cover. Okay, we've got to drill out all these holes, it looks like. So, yeah. Oh, you said you're pretty close to S3D, right? You know, was it 15 minutes? You've mentioned them quite a few times over the year or years, but I think you're like 15 or so minutes. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've gone through all of them at this point. Yeah, that's awesome. Right, so we've got this guy, and it needs to go like this. Zoom out a little bit. And then this is going like this. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's causing any binding issues. And we need M2x8s. Lots and lots of M2x8s. Oh. M210s, M212s, M2.8s. We need 8 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we mentioned last week that Steve and I are starting the antithesis Aether? That's how you say it, build. And I think that our original plan was maybe to start it not next Wednesday, but like the next Sunday. So like not this Sunday, but the following one. But I'm not sure if that is going to happen. We are waiting for some parts. Basically, we're waiting for some parts from PCBWay, and then I am waiting on a few other pieces. So I'm just not sure if they are going to be here in time. So I haven't even talked to Steve really about it. So I don't know, Steve will probably pop in chat and I'll tell him. And then I know Steve's got some traveling, so we'll see. We're definitely doing the build for sure. I just don't know what the starting date's going to be yet, based off of Steve's availability, and then when we actually get the rest of the pieces we need in. Last time I was there, I was eating a bagel with cream cheese. Got a lot of comments about I need to bring enough for the whole class next time. Yeah, I freaking love bagels. I haven't had a bagel in a while, but definitely a big bagel fan. Did you say it was cooling down a little bit, Deanna? Over there? We've got, this week is, like when Steve was here, we hit, well, right after he left, I think, we hit 102 or something like that. But it looks like this week we have a day where the high is like 88, so it's definitely dropping a bit, which I'm thankful for. It's been a pretty hot month here. Bagels with cream cheese. Oh gosh. Yes, Tuxedo. That's something I grew up with, man, was bagels and lox and cream cheese. Freaking love it so much. I don't think it's super common in the States. Like, I certainly don't know very many people that, like, come on, I don't want to get grease all over me. I don't know a lot of people that really grew up or had a lot of it, but Aaron loves it too, and I'm stoked on that because it's definitely something that I grew up with in my house, and just, I don't know, reminds me of like birthdays and good occasions. 69, wow. Yeah, that's really nice. How's air quality by you? Because I know Oregon's got tons of fires, but I think when I looked in Portland area, it didn't look like it was that bad. Okay, tighten these screws in. Nope, that is loose. Trying not to over tighten them with the electric screwdriver. Okay. Yeah, that one is loose. That one's tight. That one's tight. I'm very picky when it comes to locks. Has to be really fresh and sliced thin. Got it. Yeah, definitely not all locks is created equal. A lot of times I do just get it from the, grocery store, and they're like pre-packaged, but yeah, these ones on here didn't really tighten as much as I'd like, but hopefully it's not problematic. Nothing is binding. We're still spinning freely, so not too smoky. Okay. AQ in Oregon was so bad last week. My kids' schools were actually closed. Wow. What did it get up to? Because we've been in like between 100 and 200 for like weeks, and then we had a few days where it was over 200, and we had a few days where it was, I think, over 300, and we had like a ranking for, I think, the 3rd worst air quality in the country for a day or two. But yeah, today is, I looked today, yesterday Aaron took the kids out because they just, especially Jack, he needed to go out. He's just too much energy, man, to be cooped up. But yeah, when I look today, air quality shows 75. So it's definitely seems like hopefully it's progressing in a positive way. Okay, apply some grease here. So we are connecting this side with, let's see, is it this one? That doesn't seem right. Is it this one? Why is this? Oh, I'm holding it incorrectly. That's why. I think it is this guy. Yes. Are we sure? This doesn't seem to... Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. So I think this guy, if I'm looking at this correctly, this seems like the correct orientation. But it does say we want to apply grease. It looks like inside of this joint. So let's, oh, great. Okay. I don't, where is it going? There we go. Okay, that feels like a lot of grease. Let me go ahead and sort of, where's our little We had a flathead. There we go. Tiny little flathead last week. Oh, I feel sneezes coming on. Probably enough, I think. Yeah. Yep, gonna mute it. Sorry, again, it's just nothing I can do about it. All right, I think audio's back. Yep, okay, so this is orientation matches, and it looks like, is that where the screw hole is? Yes. Okay, so this is sitting like that, and then we need to attach, apply the left portal hub, apply some grease. Now we need the front axle, which is this piece, it sure looks like it. And then a little standoff. Oh, oh, there it is. Okay, and this is going through here. Does orientation matter? Wait, does this piece get pulled inside of here? I don't know that it's gonna do that. Someone is playing with grease. Hey, LSC. Hey, Greenbeard. Okay, so this needs to go all the way inside of here. That's gonna be tricky. I can try it with my Nipix. Let's see if we can somehow force this piece in. Okay. Yeah, that's going in a little bit. Let's make it a little bit shorter. Seems like that worked. I think that's all the way in. Nice, okay. And then we need an M210. M210. I saw that Canik got his Unimog, looks like powered up, which is awesome. Hey, Raj. Okay. You know what? I probably should have pre-drilled, but I didn't. So let's see how this goes. Okay, it seems like that worked okay. Okay. So we got that on. Now we need an M216 reinforcement screw. M216s. I don't think we've actually used one of these yet. M216. Okay. Grease this up. How's your how is your dragster going, Delmar? Okay, so this is going at an angle. Seems correct. Now this is going, it says apply some grease here. Okay. So grease in that hole. So we will, I almost think I should just put some, I've got so much grease on the outside of this little packet. Let me just put some on this flathead. Let's see if I can just kind of shove it down in here. Need a little bit more. Lots of heat sets. All the parts are printed, just need to assemble them nice. Okay, that feels like it's probably plenty of grease. Now it wants us to install this. pretty tight. No, it's not too bad. It's not too bad actually at all. You can definitely pivot. It wants to pop out though. Okay. Probably need to drill. Yeah, I need to drill through this actually. So let's take this out and drill. Not drill, but God, I hope that's right. Yeah. Like, this goes in here. This lines up like that. I'm late as I was watching the solar eclipse. Nice. How good was your view? I'm 2:30. 2:30s. Yeah, one of my coworkers in Portugal, I think, said that she was going to be ducking out early so she can check out the eclipse. Okay, let's get some more grease. That's a lot of grease. Hey Luke, happy hump day. Okay, so that is good. Is it aligned? That is the question. It is tough to tell. I think we'll start maybe just threading this and seeing if it goes in. Did I screw something up? No. Doesn't seem to really tighten. Was I not supposed to pre-drill that? I don't know. Man, I really can't see what I'm doing. Maybe these are supposed to be loose because it needs to be able to pivot. I'm not sure. Let's see. No, that one feels like it tightened. Let's see. Can it still pivot? Yes, it sure can. Oh, I think that maybe my screw or my bit just bottomed out. This goes into the pocket pretty deep. Seems like it's lining up fine. Wait. Maybe not. Okay, yeah, this needs to get tightened much more. That's what's happening. All right, so this needs to go back like this. Come on. And then this needs to go lift up and then drop down like that. Okay. So I think these screws just need to go in way further than I've got them. Am I correct in saying, no, this should be able to go. All right, there we go. Wait, why did that still pop out? I feel like this shouldn't be able to pop out once this is fully seated. This needs to go in like that. Maybe this was not fully seated. Come on. Huh. Okay, let's back out this guy a little bit. So hopefully we've got a little bit of play. Yeah, I got a little bit of play. Okay, so screw head goes like that. Something like that. And then, there we go. Okay, if this has to lock in, I would think that this has to lock in. Okay. I think we're basically in now. It has enough room to pop out. That's okay. Where's the screw? There it is. Okay, so now it's locked in. I don't think it can pop out now. It looks like the pivot point basically locks it in. Now there's no up and down play. I don't think it can pop out. So let's leave that like that. With the underplate, it will be completely secured. Got it. Okay. Yeah, those screws just went in a lot deeper than I was expecting. All right, so now we need just an M28 to lock in the final screw. Okay. Like that. Okay, let's hand tighten. Hand tighten the rest. Yeah, that is not going tighter. Okay, so that side's on. Now I assume we're gonna basically be rinsing and repeating for the other side. Oh no, a reinforcement screw, okay. If you rotate the axle, okay, got it. So even if it pops out, you're saying it basically, it's fine. Just not worried about it. Are these the same part? They sure look like they are. Oops. There we go. Okay, so reinforcement screws in, I think. Let's turn it a couple more times. That feels pretty tight. Okay, where's this guy going? Oh, we're doing two of these. Okay, let's grab the other one. M2 by 8. Let's put this in here. Put this in grease. There's a lot of grease. Let's see, when the thin side of the screw is aligned in a specific position. Got it. Just realized I'm not on camera. Okay, these guys are done. Let's try to not dip the grease in the shredded plastic. Okay, so apply some grease. This is going... Is this the plate you're talking about that locks it in? Okay, so this is now the underside of the part we just installed. And we need more grease. I think I've got a little bit of grease right here. Let's shove this in here. Do a little bit more. I feel like that's probably plenty of
of grease. Okay, and then this is gonna go, oops, peg down like that. Maybe. Can you get in there, please? God, it's definitely tight. Come on, baby. Okay, hopefully that's fine. Although I feel like it should pivot easier, but I think it will. I think once I get this in here and tighten it down, it'll probably all work itself out. I need to actually drill through these though, if I'm not mistaken, because we're probably shoving 3 screws through them right now. Yeah, so let's ream these holes out. And then I said what? We need M312s. M312s. Where are you? 20s, 8s, 10s, 12s. Hey, Candyman! Glad I randomly decided to open the tube. Glad to have you here, man. How's your week going? Yeah, YouTube, YouTube notifications have been sort of anything but stellar. I feel like they've always been pretty bad with streams, but Steve and I were just talking about, like, I don't know what's going on with their stream stuff, but it definitely seems like there's been even more issues than normal lately. So I've been doing a ton, oh, not a ton. I've been doing research on different, like, wall organization systems, and I've decided that I'm going to, I'll probably do a YouTube video on it, but I am going to do the underwear project, which is basically a cable organization under desk solution. And for that one, I'm going to use a platform called OpenGrid. And then for the shed, one of the walls is pretty much going to be entirely multi-board, I think is the one. I'm going to do something like this. Let's see. Multi-board. Yeah, so I want to do, it's going to be, the wall is going to be probably from ceiling to bottom, but something like this for all of my power tools. Let's see, open image, new tab. There we go. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna try OpenGrid for the underwear project, which is an open source grid version that is basically just squares. It kind of looks like this. I watched a bunch of videos and read through a bunch of posts about like one versus the other, and it seems like OpenGrid is less printing. OpenGrid is less printing and more easily compatible with Gridfinity attachments, but the trade-off being that there's not nearly as many, like the library is just not nearly as big because the community is not quite as big. Also, I've seen like testing done that multi-board is stronger than OpenGrid, at least the default OpenGrid, but apparently there's like a fork of OpenGrid which is a stronger version, but there's kind of too much. Multi-board is really nice, but it's confusing with how many variations there are to do the same thing. Yeah, that was one of the biggest complaints I found about multi-board, was that for someone just starting off, it's very confusing how many things there are that kind of do the same thing without much of a description. And so it's just not incredibly straightforward. So I will do as much research as I can. That's funny. That's kind of exactly sort of what I was looking at. Yeah, I'll do as much digging as I can. But as long as I guess in the end it holds up my stuff, I'll be okay with it. But yeah, I know that when I was looking at the web stuff, it just seemed like there's so many parts that it's not very clear on what you need. Sounds like a good job for the Venture. I don't have the Venture anymore, Delmar. I donated it. It was taking up too much space, and the plan initially was to do index for it. And as time went on, I'm like, I don't think index is going to happen for this. It's going in the Core 1. So yeah, when I was doing some organization a couple of weeks ago, I reached out to a buddy of mine that lives locally that's really into 3D printing. I've known for a long time, and said, hey, do you want it? And he put out like a bat signal, and yeah, somebody else swung down and I helped him load it up. So hopefully it gets put to good use, but too bad Scatus. I love Scatus. Because I have the 33" by 33" CNC machine, I did debate on just cutting big pieces of ply Scatus, and like it makes more sense probably because it's a lot of printing to cover, you know, to cover a wall, but I'm still, I think, going to do it. Just went and got the Elegoo dryer, 65, that's pounds. I always mess up pounds versus euros, this symbol. I think that's pounds. Also, hi GPs. Time to order a large G. Yeah, PTG is probably what I'm going to do. The shed's not going to have AC, but it will be insulated, and it gets pretty dang hot, so I think that PTG is probably a better option. I was curious, though, like, so I really wanted to use Polymaker's PLA HTGF. So I really wanted to use this filament from Polymaker because of the fact that it has a Ryobi green, and I have, like, Ryobi is the primary ecosystem that I have. I have like a Makita drill, but I just, for the sake of aesthetics and like seeing the other build that had that green, or like, oh, come on, Reddit. Let me just peek. There we go. I think it looks really nice. But because it's PLA, and I remember withstands up to 150 C. Yeah, I think that's the Vicat softening temperature, if I remember. I don't think that the actual. Did they say? Let's see. Chemical, I don't care about. Dimensional thermal properties. Yeah, so the Vicat softening temperature is 150 Celsius, but the HTT is only 60 Celsius. So the Vicat softening temperature is probably not important at all to me, considering the load of the tool being held by on those things. So I don't think that this material is probably going to work for what I need in that shed. I have concerns that, like, during summertime when it's at its max heat, the weight of like a saw could potentially cause it to fall, and yeah. If I annealed it, then I have no concerns. Like, what is, hold on, so 140 Fahrenheit is pretty dang hot, though. It could be fine, and I mean, that's under 1.8 megapascals, and if we go to 0.45 megapascals, I don't know. I just don't know if I want to risk it. Like, the tools are just not super light, especially if I'm putting up, like, I've got one of their, like, brad nailers, and, you know, like a jigsaw, a couple, like a circular saw, a bunch of drills, like drills and stuff. I just don't know. I don't know. I really would like to because of the color. I really wish that they made that green for their PTG, and I wonder what the closest would be if I go to, it's PET. Yeah, that green's not even close. That's just black. Yeah, they don't have, I mean, that's, if I want that green, I have to do that. I just don't want to have to anneal every part. Like, that seems rough. Well, it's the color, LSE. I really want the color. Hey, CLB, if I didn't just say that. Was watching the Eclipse, no worries. I don't have a ton of stuff to mount, but I want it to be as easy as I can make it. If you want simple, I've seen really good stuff about OpenGrid. It might be worth taking a look at the OpenGrid system. I'm gonna try out OpenGrid for the underwear project, or yeah. So if I go underwear cable management, I'll probably do a full video on this, but yeah, so this was initially, it is still compatible with multi-board, but V2, which is, I don't think is, this is V1, so V2, if I go, where is, we should have a V2 somewhere. Interesting. Is it not hosted on printables? Underwear, cable, management, V2? Oh, I guess she moved it. So yeah, V2 is I think, oh, they still have multi-board, so it works with both. It's interesting, there's not even photos. Yeah, we released OpenGrid, a fully open source grid system. So I want to try the different words are throwing me off. There's so many, but I want to try OpenGrid for under the desk and see how that goes. But I do think I'm going to do multi-board for the wall. So, question is, will it creep like PLA, not necessarily heat resistance? What creep? You mean like a slow? But you mean a slow creep from the heat, right? Like a sag? ASA would be great. I'll see if there was a color that matched what I want. It's literally just a color thing, and I don't have to do that color. Like I could absolutely go with something else. But the idea of ABS or ASA. The idea of having it sort of match the tools just makes me happy. It's just a little detail that I think would look really, really nice and sort of just make me like look at it and be like, yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know. 3D Fuels is a Ryobi in PCTG. Interesting. I wonder if they'd want to do some sort of collab. 3D Fuel. I've reached out, well, kind of. I've been wanting to test out their filament, but they don't have a TDS, which kind of drives me crazy. At least I don't think they do. Like if I go to any of their PTGs or PCTGs and I scroll down to no way. They finally got a TDS, dude. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a video on this stuff. I've been wanting to test this forever, but there hasn't been a TDS available because I don't have all the gear to be able to test it myself, which one of my goals this year is by end of the year that I have a tensile tester. I really, really want a tensile tester probably upstairs. So we got tensile, ASTM. I don't feel like that's what most of the other elongation, glass transition. We don't have glass transition, but they do have heat distortion. And they've got both 0.45 and 0.8, so 64. So not too much higher than Polymakers. What was that, 60 versus 64 for Celsius? PTG on steroids, significantly enhanced performance. It boosts tremendous impact, toughness, and durability, superior chemical and UV resistance, greater clarity than PC. Yeah, I'm excited to play around with that stuff. Tension, reason, printed brackets, state PTG. I would ask Polymaker. Yeah, I definitely can. In the days before 3D printing, people painted to get the color right. I know. But then it's like the coating can get scratched, and I don't know. There's other solutions. I'm not saying this is the only solution, but it's the solution that I ideally would like. Okay, let's do this. So I think we tightened these guys down already. Sorry, I got derailed there. Okay, this is indeed pivoting. So I think with time it'll work in probably even more. But it is pivoting now. Make sure these are tight. I will potentially do some of this UNIMOG build off stream just because of the hair on here, the extent of time this is going to take, and some of the things are sort of like, now to do this again and again and again, they're pretty similar on the 6x6. But yeah, I'd like to think that because they designed it in those tool colors, they had to have thought that people were going to be using them for tool hanging and stuff like that. So we'll see what they say. The shed will be insulated, and the hottest it gets here is like usually 105, maybe 110 at the peak. So yeah, I guess as long as I don't feel like I've noticed much sag, like tension sag, or you're calling it creep, tension creep. But maybe I just haven't used PLA in an application where it's really mattered that much. I just remember an old 3D printing nerd video on filament types, positives and negatives. For the creep. Okay, so now we're installing the other half on this side. So we are gonna flip this guy around. This is going, we're gonna need to add a little bit of, this is the right way, right? Yeah. We're gonna need to add some grease in this segment here. So we get some grease, grease this up. Hey, Asios! Is the trunk? Is the trunk? There's no trunk. No trunk. All right. Is any? Ooh, that was. Oh my god. That. The packet went from not wanting to spit out grease to just saying eject all grease. I'm going to probably take some of this out. Also, there's a little piece of. Let's scrape this off here. So, it seems like HeartK probably has used or is using the multi-board wall organizer. But does anybody else here use any of the wall organizers? Just curious from feedback from anybody here. So like I said, I watched some videos and read quite a bit of Reddit posts that were sort of Reddit-y, where there was no exact answer. It was kind of just a debate that didn't really come to any formal conclusion. I'm feeling pretty set that I'm probably gonna do open grid for underwear. That's definitive. But yeah, because of how many you're using multi-board. Okay, how do you like it, Deanna? Obviously, like, I know some of the trade-offs. Like, I know that like licensing isn't truly open source. I know that it takes longer to print, and I think like you have to use the paid version maybe to stack plates, but I'm sure someone's figured that out. I wonder how ABS would stand up. Could use some LDO lemon lime. What is that? What is that? LDO lemon lime. Oh, that's pretty dang close, isn't it? That feels very. That feels very. I mean, I don't have anything here in person to look at, but it sure looks like a Ryobi style green. And it doesn't have to be a 1-to-1, but just close, not Ryobi green. Okay, in quotation marks though. So it's absolutely that. I built my MOG 6x6 with camper and put the 27. No, you didn't, Croc. No way. I don't see how you could do that without, like, oh, my wrist. I've already got, I'm on the computer all day long, and my wrists sometimes get like pretty bad burning feeling in them, and I have to take it easy and use these like wrist guards. There's no way I could build this thing. There's no way I could build this thing without having an electric screwdriver. Okay, so we need another one of those little pieces I inserted in here, which I think is probably, yeah, there's one. So you're a mad lad. It took 2 weeks. That's still like that's not that slow, man. How come you decided to not use an electric screwdriver at all? I've got to know. It can't have been a cost thing, considering the price of just the components for this. Like, I'm just curious as to what was your deciding factor to say, nope, I'm just gonna take my time, turn in 2,600 screws. Okay, let's see if we can get this started. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. Crazy, I can't believe you did that. When can I catch you in the live stream on TT as well? What is that the platform thing you put together? I don't know that I really want a dual stream, man. I haven't done it on Twitch or any other platform because I don't know. It's a very confusing system. I've been custom designing stuff, also beefed up the board for medium weight stuff. Looks good and works fine when you get it worked out. Got it. Is there any form of documentation on it or not really? I use multi-board in my shop, and a small wall for the shower works great. Okay. Got it. So everyone agrees it's confusing. What is like, is it just that there needs to be better documentation about like, use this, don't use this makes sense for this? Is that really the missing, kind of the missing link of this all? Hold on, okay, so yeah, this needs to go like this. Screw hole is where? It's right there. Yeah. Okay, and then this is a 3, yep, so this is going like this, I think. So let's just set this on, okay, set this off to the side. And then we need more grease. More grease to go inside here. It's a lot of grease, probably a lot more than we need. Okay. And then this guy, we need to drill or remount, so let's do that really quick. Nope, let's try this way maybe. Problem is the sheer number of parts in an organization on a multi-board site. It can be better documented too. What is like the reason? It's like I understand like having different attachments and stuff for different tools. That makes a lot of sense. But what is the reason that they have so many parts? Like I like. Let me see if I just really quickly pull this up and I look here and I type in, I don't know, parts library. Is this new? Most useful parts only advanced mode? Reduce the library of the most important parts that most people use. Ideal for most projects. Access the complete catalog, including more features and niche parts. Best for experienced users or complex builders. That's interesting. I like that. To provide as many mounting options as possible. Hey, Kenneth! Okay, so we just reamed that out. This is greased up. And so I think we can basically pop this guy onto here. Okay, I think that's in enough. And then this guy goes like that. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, we need M330s. This is the part where I'm like, when does it stop? Or M230s, not M3. That looks new. Switch modes anytime from the bottom left corner. We'll take a look at that in a sec once I get these screws in. I'm just curious. Oh, shoot. No, hold on. All right. Okay, let's try that again. You. There. You. Here. Take screw out. Pop that in like that. Okay, this is in. Sort of. It does want to fall out, but you said falling out doesn't matter at this point. Trying to get this. Oh, there we go. I think. Okay, let's get the other one in. Hey, Benny! Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Come on, baby. Right, this one. There we go. Okay, those do drop in. Some anchors are sturdy, some need reinforcement, especially for some heavy loads. I'm actually designing parts for wire strippers and crimpers right now. That is going in. Okay. hand tighten this the rest of the way. And the width on these are just massive. If you have a lot of wall space to spare in your shop, MB is a great option. Yeah, so my plan is basically one full wall is going to be multi-board. So did I show you guys a photo of the shed? I think I did, right? No, because they were building it, right, last week. So yeah, so let me show you. I don't have a tour of the inside or anything like that, but so where's a photo? Okay, so this is like, hold on. Where are the photos? There we go. Okay, so this is like, oh, we don't have autofocus on. So there's the shed, right? There's the front of it, and then there's the back side of it. So basically this wall down here, my plan is fully multi-board. The right side is basically gonna be like lawnmower, big like saws and stuff like that. And then the far back right will have hooks for all the like big long like rakes and brooms and pole diggers and trenchers and stuff like that. And then the back wall on the other side of this would just be racks, like floor to ceiling. And then up top is a it's a 6 foot by 10 foot loft on both sides. And so that will be mostly just bins. But yeah, the left side right here, like this wall around the window from like where that horizontal beam is to the floor, my plan is just to multi-board basically that entire area. So yeah, I did not like the barn style roof that much at first, Tuxedo. I just wanted to go with like a standard style shed because I like the look of them a lot better. But when I went down to Tough Shed and looked through all of their different models and stuff like that, I fell in love with the space up top. You get so much more additional storage. Like most of the stuff that would have probably gone into the shed down below is all just going to be up top. Like all the seasonal stuff, like any sort of sporting equipment that's seasonal. So like the plan is eventually we'll get some kayaks that'll go up there, snowboards will go up there, like just, I don't know, just stuff that we don't need access to in the regular, and there's so much space up there. So yeah, I've definitely the barn style shed absolutely won me over. So Armor, how's it going, man? Happy almost 2 years, man. Thank you so much. How's your week going? That's what I was about to say. Also the Mr. Ed stable. Yeah, I like the stable door as well, because they had the option to do just sort of like your traditional house door, and I wanted the additional width. I think it's a 4 foot wide door, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it should be perfect for what we need. All right, where are we? Here we go. So we need that. M28 is the last screw going in here. M28. Week is going all right. I got to go in for a medical procedure tomorrow, so that's super fun. Luckily, it's just short and a minor one. I've got a medical procedure on Monday of next week. Oh, you guys knew about it. So I went to the hospital like some months ago. I had this crazy sharp pain in my stomach, and I've had some stomach issues for a long time, but this one was more severe and wasn't going away, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't I think it's appendicitis is what I was concerned with, if I'm not mistaken. And so Tuxedo with the 18 months, you are officially legal, man. A year and a half, time flies. Thank you, man. Oh wait, there we go. Thank you, man, for the support. So yeah, I did some like tests already to see if it was potentially an ulcer, and it's definitely not, at least like the ulcer that forms from whatever the bacteria is, E. pylori or something like that. So they basically said they wanted to do an endoscopy. Yeah, that's the one. And basically we decided we're just going to do a dual endoscopy, which sounds horrible. And they couldn't get me in for like 2.5 months because, well, it's the US medical system. And so yeah, basically Sunday I have to drink an entire thing of whatever that stuff is that makes you go to the restroom nonstop, and I can't eat anything other than like liquids and clear liquid stuff for 24 hours, and then go in on Monday. So that's my procedure. I'm not super concerned about the actual like being under myself. It's more the prep and just like my nerves leading up to it. I'm not a huge fan of the doctors, so I just, yeah, I am not looking forward to it, but I'm just hoping to get, yeah, same day, man. Same day, dude. Same day, same operation, man. I've never had either. I'm only 33, and so like I don't think they really recommend it for like checking for cancer until, I want to say you're like, is it mid 40s or 50? Yeah, so I am not excited, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's why basically I need to trench before, because I don't imagine I'll be able to trench much on Sunday with me having to go to the bathroom all day long. So yeah, man, endo and colonoscopy. I'm getting the dual treatment, man. I had a consult and the doctor's like, I don't know, like, would you want to do both at the same time? And I was like, yeah, man, like, what? I'm already gonna be here, and you know, just so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I've had several ended up having stomach surgery about 3 years ago, so this is a follow-up. Oh, interesting. Here's a stomach related too. Plenty of green tea. I will definitely do that then. Okay, so you did have H. pylori and they're like eradicating it. It's just a bunch of like, it's just a bunch of no, what's the word I'm thinking of? I cannot think of the term that I'm looking for. Yeah, they had me do the like breath test for H. pylori, and then they had me do a second one because I was on like anti-acid or acid reducers because of my hospital stint, and both of them came back negative, so they don't think it's, yeah, antibiotics. Thank you, that's the word. I think, yeah, hopefully 2 different scopes. Yes. So I will not be trenching once I have to start taking that and fasting. So just wish me luck, everybody. I've had, like I said, stomach issues for like 10 years, and I'm anticipating that they probably will just be like, yeah, no, you just have whatever, and they can't really do anything about it, and it'll just be diet management. But because I've been dealing with it for like a decade now and finally had to go to the hospital because of the extent of it, I just want to make sure there's not something else going on that I'm ignoring. 22 pills, oh my gosh. That is insane. That is, I didn't know the extent of what was required to eradicate the H. pylori. That's nuts. Is there any, like, while you're taking them, is there any side effects? Like, do you feel anything in your gut? Because, I mean, you're basically removing a bacteria from your gut. H. pylori treatment is heinous. 3 spread spectrum antibiotics. Nothing survives in your gut. That's crazy. Yeah, thanks, Tuxedo. I'm looking forward to putting this in the rear view for a while. It's been kind of a lot of medical stuff this year, which I haven't had a whole lot, I mean, really leading up to this. So I guess it's my time, if you will. I guess that's one way to look at it. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to, because of the hospital visit and stuff like that, I've already hit my max, like, not out of pocket, but like max deductible or whatever it is, where the insurance that we're paying for is actually paying, like, covering some of what's happening. And so I'm like, I need to finally stop ignoring stuff and take advantage of the fact that, like, we've already spent thousands this year on I mean, I think just going to the ER, I mean, I drove myself and got a MRI. No, it wasn't an MRI. It was a, oh God, I don't know. Whatever one doesn't require you to sit in a magnetic thing for a long time. It's the other one. I haven't had a whole lot of medical stuff, so I always mix them up. But yeah, I mean, that in itself was like a couple $1,000s. So that pretty closely hit me to what my max deductible was. So now insurance pays, I don't know, I think it's like 60%. It's not incredible, especially with how expensive things are, but it at least is enough where I'm like, yeah, I should probably like to address some of my health things that I've been just ignoring. Hopefully you don't need to do a double. That is, I don't think I have to do a double cons. Fingers crossed. I appreciate it. Yeah, good luck with your procedure, Armor. Hopefully they go in and they're just like, yeah, everything's looking good. Wait, I don't, did I? I don't remember if I reamed this guy out. Let's do it just to be certain. I don't want to break off a Pete. Okay, so CAT scan. So, okay, so yeah, CAT scan's what I had done. MRI, yeah, is magnets, so that's not what I had. Okay. Come on, little shavings. There we go. Okay, so we have officially got that guy on. And these were what? I can't remember. These were M212s. M212s, there we go. Hey, Troy! Those deductibles and copays, yeah, they're pretty insane. I think that, like, yeah, so I think that, like, individual is like $2,000 per member of my family, like, and then I think for the family it's $4,000 before they'll actually pay anything, and then after that, then they pay, I think it's like 65% of most things, and I think like the maximum for the family, or maybe, dude, I don't even remember. It's like somewhere between like $12,000 and $20,000 before they're like, okay, we'll cover the rest. So it's largely a like, if something horrendous happens, you won't be. Like, we won't take everything, but leading up to that, it's just not fantastic at all. That's why I oftentimes don't do medical stuff, because even though we're paying for it, I'm like, dude, it still just hurts, man. And the times I seem to do something with medical, like, it's just inconclusive. My thumb is still swollen. It's been a year and a half. I finally went in and did get an MRI on my thumb because that's what they wanted to do. And we're like, yeah, there's nothing. I'm like, dude, my knuckle is swollen. It's been swollen for a year. No, it's nothing. I'm like, all right, well, thanks for the bill for not answers. Let's see. I just hope it yields positive results so I don't have to do it again. Yeah, you and me both, man. Fingers crossed that it is at least gives you a long stint of peace. Last also was the fasting cleansing kicked my butt. I was sitting like, oh no, and I was shaking. You awake because I passed out. Oh god, that sounds horrible. I have no idea what to expect. I get hungry often. I snack often. I don't know. It's gonna be brutal. I'm not looking. It's the leading up to it that I'm just trying not to think about, man, because it's like it's coming whether I like it or not. So. And try not to mentally freak out about it and just deal with it. Oh, baby. Yes. That sounds absolutely horrible, though. Hey, Steve. If I didn't already say hey, Steve. Next thing, Rob, Joy. And that's if you have insurance. Yes. Just imagine it's like for people who have no insurance. You would be wrecked. You would be absolutely destroyed. How are you enjoying the build so far? So, build's been great. I think, based off of Steve's feedback when he was here, that I am over extruding a little bit on the default Prusa Core 1 PCCF profile. So, excuse me, I've since dropped it down from the default of like 1.03 multiplier to 1.0, but all this stuff that I've got leading up, like everything that's printed so far is basically at that 1.03, and so there's been a few pieces that have been pretty tricky to get in. The material itself is printed beautifully. I have not received the latest shipment, but I still have a little bit of PCCF left, probably a third of a spool, so I'm doing okay. But yeah, it looks like I did get a DHL shipping notification, so I think I will be fine, hopefully. But yeah, I will see how it does with the different extrusion multiplier. That's called old age and arthritis. I have a few knuckles that are doing that these days. Do you think that's really what it is? I think that I got it from torquing down on a worm clamp for my irrigation system. I just didn't have enough leverage, and I was putting all of my hand strength into it, and I think that it just was the pressure against my knuckle, and it just, yeah, if I work it too much, it hurts, and it still just looks really swollen. All I've eaten today was a cup of chicken. Oh, you have to fast for, maybe I missed that, dude. I didn't realize that you were fasting like right now. We got the basic UNIMOG kit done. Nice, that is awesome, man. Has anyone tried the YX Polyur? I've never heard of that till right now. Okay, so we got that. Sick. All right, now we're moving on.
we are officially moving on. So let's do this. And I printed, I don't know if I'm gonna need to ream these parts out. I'm kind of hoping not, because I went with TPU for these. So this is going in like this. The TPU printed okay. This was actually not on the Core one. This was on the A1 Mini because the Core one was churning out other parts. And I think I'm pretty sure I dried it overnight, so it shouldn't really be a moisture thing. But the pieces just don't look incredible. And I don't know, orientation-wise, it looks like, I can't tell if, let's actually look at these parts in the slicer, because I don't know whether there's a direction that matters. Let's see, these guys. So ball joints, and this is part number 11. These ones I just finished printing. Just curious to see if top and bottom are the same or if there's a larger opening. So those look the same to me. So I don't think it matters which direction we pop these guys in. Okay, well that's a little... Okay, the grease will increase the durability of the parts over time. Apply some grease. Okay, so I want a little bit of grease in where we are popping these guys in. Got it. Your computer's tomorrow. I started the fast cleanse Monday night. Oh my gosh. Why is it more than 24 hours? I am sorry. I assumed it was like just the day before. I wound up drilling the inner hub holes on the wheels last night. Still a tight fit on the wheel studs of the portal axles. Are you talking about these guys by chance? Are you talking about these, where these fit on? Because I had a hell of a time getting these on. I basically pushed them on, like, and well, tried straight, but they would only go on, like, I had to go this side, then that side, and this side, and this side, and this side, and then I still couldn't fully get them seated. And then once I installed the screws, when it bit into the plastic, it helped pull them down. And I've been looking at them from the side, and I can't tell if the back side of it is totally parallel to this. It looks like it is. It looks like it is, but it was very difficult to get this on. It was very difficult to get that on. Because my doctors hate me. Oh man. Yeah, that's brutal, dude. Yeah, I hope that you get good news and this is going quiet for a couple of work meetings, keeping the build. Yeah, sounds great. Thanks for stopping by, man. All the TPU ball joints are the same. They are two plastic ones on the steering joints that meet with the servo. Okay, cool. All right, so let's do a little bit of grease. Let's I think I've got, maybe this is also, what time? Oh my god, it's already 1:18. Dude, I think I talked more than normal today, or maybe not. I feel like Steve and I kicked butt last week. Okay, I'm just gonna use the sort of leftover bits of grease here. It's gotta be enough, dude. Okay. Okay, so this is going like that, and then we are just, it looks like, I'm not gonna ream these out. I'm just gonna see what happens. Nice. There we go. Got some grease on my hand. Nice. That went pretty well. I hope you have quite a bit of experience than I did. That was quite a bit ago. I need to schedule another one this year. The wheel hubs on the tire are very tight with the studs on the portal axle. Got it. On the tire hub are very tight with the studs on the portal axle. At least the V8 isn't doing it. I ended up with them using the same scope from the person before me. Oh my gosh. Hey, what's up down under? Happy hump day. Well, even though for you, it's gotta be not hump day. For you, it's not hump day, but happy whatever, man. Happy hump day from here. Okay, so we got that in. Now we're doing two M28s. I think these are probably just reinforcement, but I'm not exactly sure. Also,
Why is nobody yelling at me about the focus? Focus sucks. That's better. Speaking of health stuff, how is kids still trying to kill me? How's wifey doing? It was her foot or leg? I feel like at this point maybe she's out of the, was it a boot she had? It's been a bit. I know that it was a while that she was gonna get on for, but I can't remember how long it's been. Okay. Those are in. Yep. Okay, what's next? Nice. So, place the steering bar. Okay. So, we are taking this guy. And we are, I'm gonna zoom way out. She's fine, her ankle is really good unless she overdoes things with a 5 kilometer run. Yoga, gosh. What is she like? I mean, prior to that incident, was she really active? I'm glad to hear though that she's doing better. So I know that it was gnarly. I can't remember how long you initially said she was gonna need to wear the boot, or I think it was it a boot? Or I can't remember if you said it was a boot or it was a cast. Okay, so this is going like this. We don't need to do anything with that, and this is going just to stack like this, and then we are going to be feeding what through it? M216s. Two M216s. We both try to do a 5 kilometer run. Wow, that's awesome. Gotta run for a little bit. Time to pick up the kiddos. Hey man, no worries. Thank you for stopping by. I will definitely let you know when the PCCF shows up, and I am wishing you nothing but the best for your operation. And please do the same for me, man. With Sunday, or no, with Monday. Well, Sunday too, because Sunday is my day of fasting and purging. So I will take any well wishes. Okay, I'm just trying to shove these guys through the TPU part. So since this is TPU, I'm assuming I am not going to want to fully compress it. So I don't exactly know what the strategy is here. I'm kind of thinking just sort of get the screw head maybe level with it, and then I'm not exactly sure what the call is here. This is not going in. There we go. I'm definitely gonna hand tighten once I get close. Like, all right, there. So the screw went through. Okay, screw went through. Yeah, I don't know exactly how tight I want these, especially because these are TPU. I don't see any sort of, yeah, there's no sort of like descriptor. So I'm going to just hand tighten these guys until the head is sort of not allowing any up and down play. Those prints look super clean, nice work. Hey, thanks, man. I mean, it wasn't, I can't take credit. This is the core one. I pretty much use default settings minus, you know, the specific things for this build. So, okay, so that is, oh yeah, these need to be able to move up and down because of what they are, right? I mean, so, God, I don't know how tight to make these, like that. Does anyone have any, get it close to the electric driver and then tighten my hand until you feel the tension change. Okay. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna call that good enough. Just hope for the best. I don't want to compress them too much. I think I could always tighten them more, but if they go too tight right now, I could deform them, and I'd rather not do that. So tightening. Okay, I'm feeling tension change. I think we'll leave it there.
Sick. Nice. So these can go left and right, and then pivot if needed. So sick. I'm really pleased. I'm very, very pleased with the way that turned out. Okay. Yeah, we just did that. Now we need a servo. Cool. Okay. Servo assembly. Let's see. That's not servos. Servo. Okay. So just my question is for you all, because this is such a large build and I am going to be taking a break at some point to stream with Steve, and I also am going to be taking a break at some point because I want to do Monolith. Are you guys, like, are we good with me doing some of this off stream, this build? I'm going to try to do what I can on stream, but if it gets to the point where it's like, hey, like, I want to get this done too, you know? So if it gets to a point where it's like, cool, I'm starting to work with Steve on a build, and maybe I start doing some of this build off stream and then pick up when there's a bit of a break. I don't know. Okay, so this is the part we're using. It looks like it's CNC'd. Yes, this must be that part, I think. Does it matter which direction it goes? I can't exactly tell. There's a lot of repeats. Yeah, I mean, I'm basically be building like 3 of these guys as far as the segment I'm working on. So I'm okay with off stream. There's just so much there. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'll probably do then. Okay, so we need this, and it says an M38. Is this an M38? It sure looks like it, but I don't know for sure. Do I have... I don't think I've got a caliper out here. My calipers have all gone inside. Let's see if there's an M38 included with this build. Okay, so this is not an M38 then. This is definitely an M2. The thread is too small. M38s, here we go. The only thing I'm not certain of with this servo is... Oh no, it has to go that direction. It's the teeth of it wrap, yeah, okay. Okay, so... Okay. Sorry about the focus. It's like, it's constant struggle. Is it bad to force this when it's off? I've used servos before, but they never seem to care. Well, this one doesn't seem like it really wants to move as easily. Okay, and this one I can't seem to line up the way I want it to. So I guess I will just leave it like that. This will go like this. Where's my driver for these? I don't see a 2. There it is. Actually, this is not right. We need a 2.5. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Seriously. I'm gonna have to grab my Allen keys. Unless this build came with... Actually, here we go. Build came with everything, didn't it? Yep, there we go. Also, I will get the giveaway open in a moment here. I do have a hard cutoff today. Jack is back, and so we're gonna go to his gymnastics after this. Oh, nope, it can turn. Okay. So it seems like it's fine. I don't know. I feel like this is something that could use Loctite. Also, should I... There's a like set screw on here. Wonder if I should have tightened the set screw first. I think that's what this guy is maybe for. There's 2 set screws. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, is use the set screws.
Okay, so let's get set screws in. Let's loosen this guy up. I don't think it really matters, but I'd rather tighten the set screws first and then the larger screw. Okay, that's got to be tight enough. Okay. That is on. All right, giveaway link is opening in just a sec here. All right. If you don't do MOG on stream, we actually make time to do it on your own. Yes, I will. I'm going to do a full YouTube video on it eventually. I've also been promising Jackson about it, so yeah, I will absolutely do it. I am not against doing it on stream. Like, I just want to make sure that, like, it's getting done in a somewhat reasonable time frame, and I don't want to drag on forever for the sake of, like, people on stream wanting to watch other stuff. That's kind of all. All right. Okay, so that's done. Now we're doing the other guy. 2 more of those TPU pieces. So giveaway link is pinned in chat for anyone. I'll mention it a handful of times. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. I haven't checked it once today, but I haven't mentioned it. Okay. Grease. We're gonna put some grease on here. Grease. Should be probably plenty for what we're trying to do. And we'll get you. Steve! Dude, you're supposed to be here. You're late for the live stream, man. I made you a coffee and everything. What's going on, buddy? Thank you also for the 51 months. Let me show you what I've got done so far today real quick. So this is what basically we've gotten done. The TPU pieces went in fine. Got the crossbar on. I will say, I think I installed these after you left, these pieces that we had built. It was very tough to get them on. I tried to get them as aligned as possible, but I had to kind of like press this side, press that side, press this side, and then at the very end, there was still a slight gap that I couldn't get this like outer, I think it's the rim or wheel, couldn't get it flush. And so thankfully, when I installed these screws inside here, it pulled it the rest of the way, and it seems like it did a pretty good job, but I'm hoping that I still have quite a few parts to go through that were printed with the default profile, but I'm hoping that that 1.0 millimeter extrusion multiplier is going to help compared to the 1.03 or whatever it was at before. But yeah, these seem to be working fine. And these are, these still seem to be spinning much better after you threw them in the chuck. So I feel pretty good about this. Feel pretty dang good about this. Hey Jim MacRobot. I like your name. Thanks for being here. Reverend, thank you for the 18 months, man. Year and a half. Thank you, man. All right, yeah, so we got these in. Now we're gonna press the TPU front axles in. So let's just went right in. It's got like a pretty satisfying click. I would imagine if we printed these out of a rigid material, this would be a bit more challenging, but since it's TPU and has a bit of give, it's not too bad. Okay, so those are in. We did grease the inside of there. And then this is going on the back. Okay, so the servo, looks like that's the bottom hole, I think. And so we need what, M312, M312. So M3s must mostly be for the servo related things then. Let's see if we've got M2 nuts. Those are way too big, M320s. So 312s must be out here somewhere. The set screw, M312s, cool. All right, so let's get this screw out. Is it Mac Robot or Macro Bot? I've always thought the latter. Oh, I don't know. I like Mac Robot. Mac Robot makes sense too, and I do like Mac Robot. Troy, thank you so much, man, for the 35 freaking months. That is incredible. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the hideaway. Work is being worked today. Hey, man, I'm just glad. I enjoy. It's an awesome way to spend the middle of my week hanging out with everybody and building stuff. I'm printing one of these currently. The frame is assembled. Nice. What materials and what color scheme did you go with? Okay, so this is going in here. This is going to be. I don't actually need that. What am I doing? This is not going into PCCF. This is going into metal, so I definitely don't need to have the grease on it. Okay, let's see if I can shove. This part looks like it is mirrored. So I don't think directionally it matters, but can I get it through is the question. Oh, that is tricky. I might let's see if I can shove the reamer. Interesting, and it is an M312 that needs to go through here. Tight, man. I don't. I wonder if I should ream it. If it would even do anything with an M3, because this is an M2 reamer that I've got in here. Maybe I can just shove, since it's TPU, like shove something in here to help widen it a little bit. M3 screw is pretty large though for this center hole. I wonder if can I thread it through? Let's try that. Doesn't seem to be making much progress at getting through the part. Wonder if I apply a bit more pressure. Oh, baby. We did it. We made it through. Okay. All right. That was definitely tricky. And so now it looks like it needs to go in the bottom. There's basically two holes here, and it looks like it's going on the bottom of the two. So let's see if I get this aligned. Slightly at an angle, which I don't love. You sure it's M3? Yeah, it says M3, which is just weird. It's the same little TPU balls that we just did an M2 through, and the M2 is like perfect, but the M3 did not want to go through. So hopefully this is fine. Is that grease, or did I totally screw up the TPU part? I feel like the TPU part is pretty torn. I think I tore it up, man. Wait, it's a separate little ball? Oh my god, you're right. You're right. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay, so I screwed up. Thank you for calling that out. Yeah, the orange parts were part of a specific plate. That's right. So the ball, the TPU ball is going into the other side, which I'm not inserting an M3 through. All right. Now let's pull this piece out. The TPU is like, why? Why me? Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, well, hopefully we have spares of those. If not, I mean, it's a very small print. I'm gonna check this guy out. But yeah, you're right. So I forgot. Anytime there's something orange, at least in this section, it means it came from a special plate of parts, which is gonna be here. And it is gonna be this rigid ball. Looks like this guy. Yeah. Wait, did I? Yes, okay. Yeah, so this is right. So this is the piece we want. It's this little little part that is not in TPU. So this guy is going back in there. I'm going to add some grease again because I think I cleared out most of the grease that was in there when I did all that. So this piece though does have a direction, it looks like, and it looks to me like the flat portion, let me see. There's like a sort of flat, yeah, it's not really focusing very well, but there's a flat portion and sort of a rounded portion. It looks like the flat portion goes inward towards the servo arm and the rounded portion goes the other direction. So that's what I'm gonna move forward with. Yeah, thanks for that, Heartkay. I would have maybe noticed that, but probably not. I was pretty deep in this is what we're doing land. Okay, so yeah, this is going like this. Can I even get this to pop in? Let's get in there, don't break. Dear God. Let's use our Nipix. Let's see. Macrobot, aka shortened form of Maryland area combat robots. Oh, cool. I'm in a noisy area and multitasking. I thought I heard you ask a question. I also had to rewind to make sure. Yeah, you did. Mostly PLA, Protoplastic HD PLA for my gears. The cab is purple, people, Easter. I don't know that color, but it sounds rad. Are you doing the RC version? And if you are, my question is, do you have any concerns about using PLA then for the gears? Okay, that's officially in. Wow, that does not feel like it's gonna pivot at all. That is pretty stiff. There we go. Okay, it just, once I popped it in there, it feels like it's gonna look better. Mom. 303FD, thank you so much, man, for the gifted memberships. You're awesome. Let's do cheers. Let's see. Kargaz got one, Nicholas Cart got one, Jason Gilman got one, the Code Monk got one, and Nicola. I'm just gonna go with that. Thank you very much. Okay, so it looks like this is the side that needs to go into the servo, and now it makes a lot more sense. Where's that M3 screw? Here's M3 screw going through rigid piece. Definitely threads in easier because the hole is sized for what it's supposed to be. Also, for anyone just joining in, our Polymaker giveaway link is posted in chat. We're going to be doing a filament giveaway here in, I don't know what time it is, but in like 15-ish minutes. Okay, that was much better. So much better. Okay, it's nice and tight. Okay. Let's see, make sure the arm's not spinning. Yeah, looks good. Hopefully my cable is correct. Does it show anything about cable orientation? No, that has to be right. Based off of that nub being there. Yeah, this has to be right. Okay. Sick. So this is going from this orientation. We are taking this guy like this. Feed the wires through. Okay, what am I doing wrong? The wires don't want to go through. I don't want to put pressure on the wires. Why is there not? Why is this not going through? Can I go? No, there's no other direction to go. There's a little bit of slack, but not a lot. Okay, okay. There's a little bit of gap, which allows you to get it through. So, scared me for a second. So this goes like this. This guy, I guess, just rests like that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but I'm not upset. All right, M312s, so 4 of them. So let's get those. Those were somewhere not too far away. What did I do with you? I know I just used. Oh, nope. M212s, M38s. There we go. M312s, 4 of them. Okay. I'll just hand tighten these. I don't. Maybe not. It kind of sucks. It's pretty tight. Oh, you know what? I also should probably do some grease on these because we are going into PCCF again. Let's do that. A little grease. Still 24 slackers who I'm pretty sure took the time to fill out the prize form but did not remember, not time to hit like. Down under, if I ever need like a bouncer or I don't know, something along those lines, you are gonna be my pick. Is it me or those? These are M3s. These are M3s. Yep. Nope, it's not just you. These are absolutely M3s. Yeah, the front axle going into the servo calls for M3s. I would love to have the right tool for this though. I just don't know if I do. Oh, no, I totally do. What am I saying? I bought a huge pack of all the sizes. Let's see. This looks like it's probably right. Let's see. Yeah, your eyes do not deceive you. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Hodo. I can't believe, was it Croc earlier? It said that they did this entire build with the trailer with their no automatic screwdriver. Just insanity. Sheer madness. All right. Okay. Way nicer.
Smash the thumbs up, everyone.
Nice. Thank you so much for the donation. Smash the thumbs up, everyone. I haven't checked it once. I don't know. I've honestly not been looking at. I've been pretty focused on the build and then all the random discussion. Hey LTX, happy Wednesday. Okay, that feels probably plenty tight. This one probably can use a couple more turns. That's probably as tight as I want to go. That's as tight as I want to go on that guy, and this one also looks pretty tight, so yeah, let's not go tighter than that. Okay. So, next up, only 45? We can do better than that. Get to 60. 60 likes. Let's see. There's 66 viewers. Let's try to get to 60 likes. 60 likes. Okay. We got those 4 screws in. Oop. And now the last one is an M216. So yeah, this is another one where I'm going to be careful to not overdo it. M216, here we go. Swap that. Swap these guys out. There we go. Okay. It seemed like it lined right up. Okay, that screw passed through and out the back. Hopefully that's not a problem. Let's just hand tighten it the rest of the way. Okay, hopefully that'll work. But yeah, screw popped out the back, which feels interesting. I mean, it probably won't cause an issue, but it just doesn't seem strange to me that the screw would pop out there. And they wouldn't have just used a slightly shorter screw, but I don't know. Aaron's in chat? No giveaway until we reach 60 likes? All right, I'll do it. I'll do it, Tuxedo. Why don't I see Aaron in chat? Did I miss it? Was it when LTX commented? Where? There she is. Hi, hon. Yeah, I think it was, I was doing something and then Nice's donation came in and I saw bright blue and then it just kind of scrolled by. Okay. Sick. All right, now we're basically doing the same thing that Steve and I did last week all over again, which means I'm probably going to do most of this off stream, is very likely what that means. I think we like have to do this whole thing essentially 2 more times. So I'm gonna kind of power through this. I mean, it's slightly different, but it's really similar. Yeah, then the end pieces, then the same pieces, and those guys, and all the screws. Yeah, super similar. Okay. And then a third time. So yeah, I will probably try to do most of that section off stream because it's like I said, the outer housing is slightly different. The gearing is slightly different, looks like in this guy, but it's largely the same thing that we've done. I can't swear that I will get all of this done by next week's stream. Also, Steve, if you're still here, it looks like, yeah, I feel like Erin should be a mod. I agree, but I don't know that she's always on the phone. I don't know if she'd be able to do anything. Oh gosh, what was I gonna say? Yes, Steve, I meant to actually reach out to you about things. So, as you know, we got the Big Tree Tech stuff in for our build. I have not heard anything from PCBWay, so I need to reach out. I will try to float them an email tonight. And I did get a hold of Dan from Antithesis and got him the shipping and the super small fee for the power supply and the spring steel, and he said he would ship it out Friday. So based off that, and the fact that we need to print parts, I'm curious as to whether we'll be able to start next, like not this upcoming Sunday, but the following Sunday or not. So, yeah, I mean, we'll touch base, I'm sure, but I just want to let you know that I haven't heard anything from PCBWay yet. So hopefully it's shipping soon. I didn't like how the stock kit controlled the rear steering. I wrote a sketch for my SP2. Now I can use a PS5 controller. Left stick for the steer, right stick for the rear steer. Nice. Jack Attack? You want to talk to me? That is our drive. They're calling it what? It's the drive, not train, but it's for the truck, dude. So check this out. This is a wheel, right? It'll be a wheel. I've still got to do a lot more. Yeah, you saw me building it on the TV. And then look at this right here. This will turn with the remote, and this will turn your wheels. Look at that. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, I gotta build a couple more of these. I'm talking to chat, buddy. Come here. You want to say hi? They haven't seen you in like a month. I think this is a month, basically. Lisa's gonna be sad she is not here. She's her aunt. I think you said her aunt or something like that. Say hi, everybody. That is grease. Do not get that over your hands. Mommy will not be stoked. Neither will I. This is grease, guys. This is because the parts, the screws, see all these screws? It's a lot of screws, right? Yeah. And it's really difficult to get them into that because it's got carbon fiber in it, and so the grease helps it slide and not get as hot. Oh. Yeah. They say hi, Jack Tech. They said the star of the show is here. Are you the star of the show? No. No? Who's the star? Oh no. You don't know who the star is? No. No. Were you excited to see Steve streaming with me last week? Yeah. Those are tools for my screwdriver, buddy. Look. So that way Daddy doesn't have to use his hand. Look at pretty cool, right? All right, let's see. We need to get 60 likes, Jackie. All right, 60 likes, and then you can do the giveaway today. We've got a total of... We need 11 more likes. That's Steve? That's grease. Oh, grease. Yeah. You put that on me? I put the grease, yeah. So you basically take a screw like this. So that's the small screw. So look, we'll take a screw like this, right? Yeah. And then you'll dip it in the grease. See that? See the grease on it? Just a little bit. And that helps it with basically some lubrication to help it go into the part. Yeah. We need 7 more likes. Those are gears. Those are inside of here. Those are inside of there. Those are caps for... Those are these pieces, buddy, right there. Oh. They said, are you mini modbot? No. No? I'm Jack. You're Jack? Yeah. Yeah. Who's on your shirt? Don't call me robot. Don't call you robot? No. Well, Daddy's name, my name on YouTube is Modbot. That's my name, Modbot. You know? Oh, is that silly? Is that funny to you? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's a children's spell. Same haircut? I don't know. You know the same haircut as me, do you? I don't think so. I'm not there with it today. No. Yeah. No. You said we're gonna grow your hair out a little bit longer, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I can grow my hair a little bit longer. Yeah. All right. Do you think we should hold the giveaway hostage, or should we just run the giveaway? Both get run the giveaway. Okay. Jack's. I'll give it the button. You're gonna press the button. You're gonna choose. Okay. So we're gonna give. Tell everybody. You gotta say in the microphone. Say you have 60 seconds to enter the giveaway. You said it again. Wait. 60 seconds. No. That's close though. He said you have 60 seconds to get in the way. 60 seconds left, and I'll close the giveaway. And then you want to spin the wheel today to see who wins? Yeah. All right, we'll do that then. 60 seconds. Jack has spoken. I'm turning up in the fact in YouTube. They said in 10 years that you're gonna have a beard like Daddy. Why? Why? I'm not having one. Well, not now, but you think when you're older you're gonna have one? Yeah. I'm gonna play a game with you. You gonna play a game with me when you're older? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Did Jack cut off all of his facial hair? Yeah, you shaved your beard, right? No. No? All right.
All right, I'm gonna pull the giveaway. If you're filling it out, you got another 60 seconds, and then Jack's gonna spin the wheel.
Yeah.
We gotta get to gymnastics, don't we, buddy? I didn't. Yeah, it's almost time.
Yeah, it's almost time. I'm going to mask it.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you say for that?
What, baby?
What do you say like this?
You goofball. All right, let's get all the people in. So we've got in total.
A wheel.
Yeah, we're gonna do the wheel. We have 56 responses. Okay.
Okay.
So everybody has pretty good odds today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ice cream for Jack Jack.
Ah. Nice, said ice cream for Jack Jack.
Again?
Again. He said, thank you, nice.
There you go.
Again.
You say again and again.
More ice cream. You don't have to have it. Daddy will have all the ice cream.
No, me.
You don't like ice cream, right?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love ice cream.
All right, let's make sure we got everybody. Okay, 56 entries. All right, Jack, you have to pick a number between 1 and 10. Pick a number. You have to say it in the microphone. Think about it for a minute and pick a number.
Yellow.
That's not a number.
Yeah.
That's a color. Pick a number. 1 through 10. Pick a number. No. Pick another number.
I don't know.
I'll just pick a number.
Okay. Is this like 2 spoons?
2 spins?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do 2 spins. All right. Here we go. Ready? Or do you want to? Yeah. I'll spin it and you'll shuffle it, okay? Or gosh, I will shuffle it and you'll spin it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Also, for everyone, Polymaker giveaways are back open. Clearly, I started doing this. So the process is really similar, but I have a new form, and I think the codes are slightly different. I can't remember.
Doing?
What's what doing? The wheel?
Yeah.
It's just spinning. It's just looking good. It's looking like a wheel. So.
I was spinning faster.
Oh yeah, you're gonna spin it really fast in a second here. So I will send the winner an email within 24 hours, and yeah, if you need, oh, Jackie, that's a gorilla. That's a lube. So one's a glue, it's just sticky, gets things you do not want to get on your hand, and that one is a lubricant. So kind of like that, but a lot thinner. So
Funny.
it is funny. So yeah, if you are wanting to pick up some great filament, there is a link in the description to Polymaker's website. And who got your shoulder?
You.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's me.
You can tell everyone, there's a link in the description of Polymaker's website.
I
Say there's a link in the description
This is says in the white.
for Polymaker's website.
Pop it and make it side.
And if you want to support the channel,
No.
say if you want to support the channel. If you want to spin the wheel, you gotta say it, dude.
Spinning tail.
There's a link in the description. All right, you guys get it. All right, chocolate. Oh no, Steve said chocolate peanut butter ice cream, right? No way, no way.
Oh, it's different.
When you were gone, me and Steve got chocolate peanut butter ice cream, and let's just say it did not. Daddy's stomach did not love it. It tasted delicious, but Daddy had an upset stomach. Okay. Different ice cream. All right, we'll get a different one. I think that's a good call. All right, go ahead and all you're gonna do is you're gonna say good luck everybody first.
Good luck, everybody.
Okay, and you're just gonna click the button right here, buddy. Yep, there you go. There we go. All right, stand back just once.
I do again.
No way. No way. It's Jim Mac Robot. Dude, what are the odds? We were talking about Jim Mac Robot, and Jim Mac Robot is our winner. All right, let's go. Zoom.
I want to see what.
Yeah, press here. Should do like this is the one Daddy usually does when someone wins. One of these two. Pick one. And then this one too. Yep.
What's this one?
Just press it. Harder. Let go. All right. Yes, congratulations. I don't know if he said he was multitasking and he's building one of these. So congratulations. Maybe, I don't know.
You did it.
I didn't do it. Jim Mac Robot won. He said, congratulations, Jim Mac Robot. That's pretty good, dude. Congratulations. So I will send you an email later today. And,
What's that?
that's what, buddy? That's a bike tool to remove the
I never have one before.
You don't. That's only if we get a flat tire so Daddy can put goop inside the tire. You don't want that.
No.
All right. I think on that note, we are going to call it here. I am going to very likely, well, it depends because I've got Sunday
and Monday medical thing, so I'm not sure. But my plan is to get at least the second one of these guys built, so that way next week.
Truck?
Building a truck, big truck, yeah.
This one?
Well, this is a piece of it, but it's a lot more. Look how big that over there.
Whoa.
Be careful with it, okay? Both hands. My goal is to get at least one of these done by next Wednesday, so that way maybe we just have the final of the 3 to get done. And then I will hopefully by next Wednesday have some more information for you guys regarding mine and Steve's build on the. No, it's only once per week, buddy. You gotta wait till next week's stream.
Oh.
It's one time. Jim McRobot won.
The next one is on pink one.
Next one's on pink one, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jack can. Yeah. Do you think that when I build the truck that you're actually gonna want to sit on it? I'm gonna drive you around on it.
No.
No?
No.
How come?
It's too small
It's
for my
You think it's too small for your what?
for your butt.
For your butt? I don't think so. Heart K, he's got a kiddo that is even older than you, and he was able to ride on the truck. So you might be able to ride on it. What do you think? If you can, if it'll hold you, will you let Daddy drive you around? Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. All right.
So we get right.
Yeah. All right. I will see you guys next week. Like I said, hopefully I'll have more information on the stream that I'm doing with Steve. It just depends. We're waiting on PCBWay parts, and then I'm waiting on a power supply. And I gotta send Steve stuff. I'm waiting on Steve, and Steve's waiting on me. So hopefully we can get that figured out soon. But next week will definitely be UNIMOG one more time. Next Wednesday is also when the electricians are coming.
I did it.
You what?
It's blue.
Huh?
Blue. Because it's blue.
Colors blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. The electricians are gonna be here next Wednesday to lay down the electricity in the trench. So
I gotta say.
yeah, so it'll be a little distracted, but I think should be a pretty normal stream. But all right, I hope you guys have a great.
No.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. All right, you say bye-bye. Thank you everybody for hanging out.
Bye-bye.
Say thanks for all the chats and all the memberships.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. He says bye-bye, MacRobot. I'll see you guys next week. No video on the main channel this Saturday. I did the glass-filled TPU one last week, and
I do a Catholic one.
you do a what?
I do a Catholic one.
Classic one?
Yeah,
Classic what?
this one. I put like a secret down one and I try to put it in the oven.
In the oven?
Yeah.
We don't want to put. You don't want to put that in the oven, buddy. That's grease. That's got all the grease for there. Look at it. You press it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go.
More on
Yeah, I did put more on there. Okay, we're gonna end it. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.
See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.